If you've been waiting for creative and inspiring content videos on your feed, SpeedTree add-on for Blender is the video you've been waiting for. SpeedTree Cinema is one of the top industry packages to create forest assets. It's one of the most acclaimed applications to also simulate natural wind, mesh collision and wraps, custom art directed tree creation, as well as other impressive features. If you see massive, natural, and accurate vegetation on movies or games, chances are those environments were created using SpeedTree. Many years ago, I was assigned this doll for a shot. I had to 3D track the terrain, replace the dry trees with real looking ones as well. SpeedTree's libraries had everything I needed for the job. Apart from that, I had to manually animate a photo carried by the wind. I used Optimus for the tree tracking and also composite the shot using lots of matte paints. Here's the result. And now I have been given the opportunity to be a beta tester of the most recent SpeedTree Blender add-on. SpeedTree is a procedural generation solution to create trees using nodes and animation. We will select the pine example and change the resolution to low. You can see the poly count on the info window at the top left. The resolution we'll export for Blender in this example will be draft. Click the export button and choose FBX as the desired format. If you want to include the wind animation, mark wind. Gust is additional information for the whole tree deformation. Also adjust the frame rate. You can read in the export dialog that it also exports the material, transparency, subsurface scatter, and alpha textures. For those of you who already know SpeedTree, you have complete access to the library online for an annual fee. That's fantastic considering you want to create a video game or a movie using lots of vegetation. Go to their website and check out the options. Once you select the asset you need, you'll get a zip file and open it using SpeedTree. Since everything is parametric, your tree can be further tweaked in the nodes or randomized to create alternative looking shapes from the original base tree. It is worth mentioning that SpeedTree is also compatible with Unreal Engine and Unity 3D, so you can import your assets as well on those packages. Now let's see how it works on Blender. Go to blender.org/downloads, click on the rocket, get version 2.81 experimental, download it, unzip it, and double click on the Blender exe icon. Since this is a video for beta testing, I will be showing you the steps once you get the final full release for the public later on the weeks. They are going to be announcing this on their website as well as all other social networks, so stay tuned for that. And here we are going to walk through on the installation directories for the SpeedTree Cinema full installation and also the Blender plugin. So you can consider this video a short walkthrough for the entire process. Once Blender opens, go to Edit, Preferences, Add-ons, and click on Install. Navigate to where the SpeedTree add-on is located. You'll get it in the future on their website once the public version is completed. Go to File, Import SMAT, which stands for SpeedTree Material, and it will also import your 3D tree asset automatically. So you can consider this video a short walkthrough for the entire process. Perfect! Now let's add an environment. Press Use Nodes. Select Background. Select Environment Texture. Find an HDRI image you like. Let's switch to Look and Dev, which represents the environment in a flat light. Then you can switch to Full EV Render on the viewport. Congratulations! In just 5 minutes, you've mastered import-export from SpeedTree to Blender. You have unlocked a new mission. Let's export an animated tree and assign its materials using a lambic format. To activate Wind on SpeedTree, press number 8 or go to Wind Enable. Set the resolution to Draft. Click Export. Only this time we will select the lambic format. Consider using Alembic whenever you have a wind animation or growth animation. Yes, SpeedTree can animate the growth of a tree procedurally and naturally looking over time. Adjust the frame rate and the length. Back on Blender, go to File, Import, Alembic, locate the folder where you exported your file and select it to load it. You can adjust the camera for clipping. In my case, I'll use 5 km distance so I can see the complete tree. You'll notice your animation in the timeline with a slight different color activated for the total duration. Hit play and watch it play back at an incredible 2 frames per second. This is awesome considering it's almost 200,000 polys. But you can see that Alembic format didn't automatically connect the materials this time. Even so, all the materials are there, ready to be reconnected, and I'll show you how to plug each of the textures. Press Use Nodes on every material listed. Now, on the principal shader, press Ctrl-Shift-T. This will enable automatic PBR node association, having in consideration the name of the texture. Press Principal Texture button to accept. You'll see the nodes correctly connected, but since the diffuse texture didn't have a proper name, it didn't connect. Press Shift-A, type Image, and open the Image folder to locate the diffuse texture. Plug it into the base color of the principal shader, and voila! It's working now. Let's go for the second material, which is cap. Cap material is for the base of the tree and the tip of the branches. Repeat the same process than before by using Shift-A Image, locate the diffuse image. Don't forget to connect the mapping node to vector, and finally plug the image to the base color on the principal shader. Now the third material is almost similar. Select the principal shader. Press Ctrl-Shift-T. Select all the nodes that contain the word needle and press the Principal Connect button. All the nodes come automatically connected, except the opacity image. Let's add it. Shift A. Connect the mapping node to vector into the image node, and now use the color to plug into the alpha of the principal BSDF. On the properties of the node, scroll down until you see Settings, Blending Mode, Alpha Clip. Choose Alpha Clip. When you connect this correctly, you will see them displayed on the viewport. We do this one more time for another variation of the same material. In this case, we only see Needless 1 version 2 PNG and Needless 1 version 2 subsurface color. Let's connect that using the Ctrl-Shift-T shortcut to automatically assign it to the principal shader. You must also connect the opacity image onto the alpha port on the principal shader. You may also add the glossy and the normal images from the previous settings. We'll render using Eevee engine after this quick cut. Don't go away. Welcome back. Let's render the tree animation now. Switch to the Render tab and activate Bloom, Ambient Occlusion, Screen Space Reflections, and Motion Blur. You can also see how it looks using Cycle's ray tracing engine and adjusting the samples to see the result on the viewport. Define the size of the render, and also on the Output tab, define the name for the render sequence and use paddings along with the format. Now go to the Render Animation from the Render menu. This will start our animation, and you can see the time it takes on the top left corner. The total time on my machine is about 1 second at HD resolution. To see the animation playback, press Ctrl F11. This is kind of like the Play Blast in other softwares, except this plays back the last render sequence. Awesome! Let's go to the compositor. Change the window mode from the top left icon and locate compositor. Press Shift A and add a viewer node. Make sure to check Use Nodes. Shift A to add an image node, and locate the render sequence to bring it into the compositor. Switch from single image to image sequence and write the number of frames for the duration of this clip. Connect the image node to the viewer and composite using the left mouse button and dragging from the image port to the yellow image port on the nodes. Connect the image node to the viewer and composite using left mouse button and dragging from the image port to the yellow image port on the nodes. Also, it is time to activate the backdrop button to see the results in the background of the compositor. Use V and Alt V to manipulate the backdrop. I'm going to arrange the look of the compositor so you can get a sense of what we do with the nodes. Use Shift A and add a file output node. This is similar to write on any other compositor node. Target the location to where you will write your final output sequence. Don't forget to add padding to the name you want and also add the image format. In Blender, the compositor has the final word to render. That means that whatever happens on the compositor, it is the render result. This is why the node composite is crucial. Shift A. Add a color balance node. If you're using Node Wrangler add-on, using the Ctrl plus the right mouse click, you disconnect the nodes. Plug the image output to the image input in the color balance node. You can use Shift and right mouse button to add multiple point connection. So one pipe will conduct the results of the other nodes. You can select it and press G to grab and move. Also, box select it by pressing B. Lift, gamma, and gain are synonyms for shadow, midtones, and highlights. By manipulating them, you are using the complete render image. It will be optimal if you could render your elements separately so more compositing operations could be of use. Let's add a bokeh blur and a bokeh image. You can see how the composite view renders the image as it is processing it on the status bar. Let's add a lens distortion. If you select it and press M, you can mute the node, similar to disable on Natron or Nuke. You can also see the properties of each menu in the End Property menu. You can rename the nodes there as well. Perfect! Let's render the animation. And once it's finished, we can further refine it on Natron or on our compositor of choice. Marvelous! This is your first quick test render on SpeedTree and Blender. This video wasn't sponsored except by the beta testing period of the plugin. If you're someone who would like me to test your product on Blender, I'd love to get sponsored by you to keep creating more amazing content like this video. It takes many hours to do these step-by-step tutorials. If you're an artist or a studio, you can also support my content by giving a thumbs up on the video or buying digital assets on my Gumroad. You support me even more when you subscribe to my channel and share this video. I hope this has been of use for your work. If you want to know more or have questions, please let me know your thoughts about the video in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe and also hit the notification bell button so you don't miss more fantastic content coming up. Thank you very much.